Oh my God. My favorite is up next, Bad Bunny. Benito. First of all, can we just give him a round of applause? Benito, your team is so good and you are so good. You are doing everything right. I have liked you ever since I saw you at the Billboard Power 100 situation where you were honoring you said a lot of good things about your manager, and the way you talked about him and showed up for him was amazing. And I thought you were very humble then. And then, I hung out with Bad Bunny once and was able to spend a lot of time with him and watch just how nice you were, how low key you were. He knows I love hookah. He brought his hookah man over to let me smoke my own hookah. I smoked Bad Bunny shisha. And then, just a really good, nice guy. And have been able to go to his shows and see his performances. And did you go over to the show with me?
I didn't.
Okay.
But he is in Dominican Republic in November. So
we need to go. Phenomenal show. First of all, he gonna bring them all out in DR. But no, I mean, he's just an amazing artist. And the fact that he set up a residency in Puerto Rico to not only draw attention to Puerto Rico, but he made over $400 million for the, I was going to say the country, but I know it's not a country, but it's a part of our country. It's an outlying state.
That's a,
see,
yes,
it's a common law what? Okay, Johnny's Puerto Rican, so that's what it is. Anyway, it's a part of the United States. Well, Latin superstar Bad Bunny is headlining the 2026 Super Bowl. Let me just go and give him. And this marks his second time on the big stage after he and J Balvin joined Shakira and Jennifer Lopez's 2020 show. Super Bowl 60 takes place in Santa Clara, California. That's right down the street from Stockton, so we can all head right over there. I'm going to be there on February 8th, and will feature not only the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers, but also Benito from Puerto Rico. The feat adds to his monumental year, which he began, like I told you, with his new album in January, followed by a historic 31-show residency in PR. Kicked off in July. Now, Jay-Z, whose Rock Nation company oversees production for the NFL and Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show, said, quote, "What Benito has done and continues to do for Puerto Rico is truly inspiring. We are honored to have him on the world's biggest stage." However, Donald Trump and his administration are holding the applause for Benito, Puerto Rico, and their people. And here's what he told Newsmax's Greg Kelly about the whole situation.
The NFL just chose the Bad Bunny Rabbit, or whatever his name, this guy who hates ICE. He doesn't like you. He accuses everything he doesn't like of racism. Do you think maybe we should just kind of entertain blowing off the NFL, like a boycott or something along those lines? This guy does not seem like a unifying entertainer, and a lot of folks don't even know who he is.
I never heard of him. I don't know who he is. I don't know why they're doing it. It's like crazy. And then they blame it on some promoter that they hired to pick up entertainment. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And while we're at it, I'd like them to change the kickoff rule, which looks ridiculous, where the ball is kicked and the ball is floating in the air and everyone's standing there watching it. It's ridiculous. It's not any safer than the regular kickoff. I think it just looks so terrible. I think it really demeans football, to be honest with you. It's a great game, but it demeans football. Do you know what I mean by that? The kickoff rule, the new kickoff rule.
Obviously, Trump is upset. And I find it so interesting that all they've done is just say that Bad Bunny is going to perform and they want to boycott. Yet, when Colin Kaepernick took a kneel in silent protest, he not only lost his job, but every other athlete was threatened. And you basically taught all your good slaves how not to behave. And it really, I mean, Bad Bunny's presence alone and being named as the performer is making you reveal your racism and your hate towards cultures that are not yours. I mean, isn't that obvious?
Yeah, and also I think it's just somebody needs to call the nurse because the patient got loose again. So he says he doesn't know who Bad Bunny is, which we know is a lie. It's similar to the way he tries to disparage Taylor Swift just because she doesn't like him, or any other artist who doesn't like him. But he also doesn't know who the president of Puerto Rico is. I mean, he slipped up on that the other day. So, I mean, you're the president of Puerto Rico, but you don't know that you're the president of Puerto Rico. That's the same place he went threw paper towels at people. So, I mean, this man is just unhinged. He's shown his racist slip many times.
And the reporter saying Bad Bunny Rabbit, you know who Bad Bunny is. Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world. He did more for Puerto Rico than our own government has with respect to the $400 million he brought for the local economy. The fact that he forced everybody to go see his show there. I wanted to go. I'm mad that I didn't know that it was going to end so fast. but just, I find it really ironic that whether you're Bad Bunny and Mia, anybody who's reached any level of success, people are always waiting to tear you down and to little boy you and to tell you that you don't matter. But yet he has you all up in arms just by nature of his name being said. Elsewhere, Trump's ICE officials are threatening to wrangle up illegal immigrants at the event, which is the exact reason why Bad Bunny opted not to tour in the United States this year. Now they're back in harm's way with Benito set to perform on the world's biggest stage. Now here's what Trump advisor Corey Lewandowski had to say on the Benny Show. Listen.
ICE have enforcement at the Super Bowl for the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show?
Benny, there is nowhere that you can provide safe haven to people who are in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you. We will apprehend you. We will put you in a detention facility and we will deport you. So know that that is a very real situation under this administration, which is completely contrary to how it used to be. That said, look, the NFL has been so woke for so many years. They finally decided to make a comeback. They finally had people stand up for our great national anthem. But remember, these guys, Colin Kaepernick used to say, well, I wasn't being chosen to play in the NFL team because I was kneeling. No, you sucked, and that's why you weren't being played. That's why no team wanted to pick you up, because they're a business is the bottom line.
Benny, you don't even sound like you have balls big enough to play in the NFL, so we're not really listening to you. Turn the pitch down to your voice. This administration's legacy is going to be how it made racism rise to the top. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's ridiculous that they're trying to make this big fiasco that ICE is going to be at the Super Bowl rounding people up. First of all, they're rounding up street vendors, farm workers, and construction workers. None of those people are buying a ticket to the Super Bowl. So, like, you're going there to just put on a show and cause, trauma to people who are watching it. This is all based on race, too.
Can you please take this clip and send it to anybody who's Mexican or Puerto Rican or Dominican? I just want to know how agitated you all are that you voted for. You got tricked into voting for somebody who literally is attacking your own community. I mean, and they're starting with the group that they think are the weakest, you, and then they're going to come to the black group and then women. I mean, this is how this thing works when you're dismantling democracy, right? And a lot of people can say, oh, you're a leftist, you're a leftist. Those are just dumb people that have no intelligent argument for what they see happening around them and why they've allowed it to happen. But anyway, it's interesting to see the Benny Show's perspective on the matter. When all I heard was hate, 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 I didn't hear anything about how important it was to build bridges and da-da-da-da. Anyway, meanwhile, NFL legend Eric Dickerson told Bad Bunny to go back to his homeland for allegedly saying nasty things and hating the U.S., even though Puerto Rican is a part of the United States. Look.
I'm not surprised the NFL will do something like this. That's how they have that political crap. They like they good guys and they not. But, Bad Bunny, where's Bad Bunny from?
He's from Puerto Rico.
From Puerto Rico. You don't want to. If you don't like the U.S., keep his ass over there.
Apparently, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S.
I know, but still, if you don't want, he don't like the U.S. I mean, don't come in before him.
Eric, you don't look like you have many days left on Earth, and so I pray that the pacemaker that's keeping you alive continues to function. That you stay away from magnets, and that you in no way have sex with some young girl like Karuchi who could exacerbate an already struggling heart. It's people like you that look like me that make me even more sick. Like what? Stay over there, keep them people at home. They want you to go back to your country. Your country is the same country as his country, idiot. The reason why I don't like talking online anymore is this low vibrational dialogue is just, you are literally 193 and a half years old. Eric, you know better than to say some foolishness like that. Go back to your country is the only argument you have. Now, I can appreciate you're a patriot or you love the United States. We all love the United States. But the best part about it is our ability to have free speech and to say what we believe. You have free speech, too, even though it should be charged for what you just said. But I think that we have to be able to not just tell people to go back to wherever their ancestors originated from for us to be able to win an argument. Like, let's have a conversation. And why would you want him to go away? Because he has the courage to call things out. Mind you, when you think about the genocide in Gaza or you think about the genocide in Congo, a lot of celebrities have been quiet because of their fear for cancel culture or whatever. But behind the scenes, a lot of people have been talking about it, right? By the way, there's supposed to be a rumored settlement between. It's Trump. We'll just wait until we see it. But we do hope that the hostages get to go home soon. What do you think about Eric? That's somebody's grandpa.
I think he should. I think people should stop responding to questions when they're asked by paparazzi if they don't have a full scope of what they're talking about. Because, like you said, you sound ridiculous as a black man telling another person of color to go back where they came from. That is the most disgusting, disrespectful thing I could hear come out of a black person's mouth. And like to your point earlier, if they're starting there, but they coming for us too. They just raided that building in Chicago.
Chicago, what do you mean they coming? They're coming now.
Zip tying little black kids naked on the street, propelling down from helicopters.
Black Hawks.
Black Hawk, and you have the audacity to sit up here and say that? It's disgusting.
But don't you low key wish that his teeth would have fell out like Dame Dash?
Dame Dash gonna come for you.
No, he ain't. First of all, Dame Dash is too busy fighting the allegations that he lied about being the CEO of Revolt. Shout out to DeTavio, the real CEO. Dame Dash, you remember growing up when they used to have, because they used to have, denture cream commercials. Remember where they would show people how to put your dentures in and lock them in?
Hey, in your mouth.
Yes.
I remember the ones where you put it in the cup and it starts bubbling.
Yeah, I remember, yeah. But wouldn't it have made this more interesting if Eric's teeth would have fell out?
That would have been entertaining.
Yeah.
And it would have gone viral, but I guess this did.
Listen, I'm a journalist. I stand by what I say. All right, next. Bye. Wait, put it back. Damn, he's so fine. Isn't he fine?
Did you see him on SNL?
I didn't get to see it.
Oh man.
What do you do?
It's just
he's fine.
He's just, his energy is just very he has very sexy swag. At one point he told him, he said a whole rant in Spanish. He did a whole rant in Spanish, like he's doing the Super Bowl for all of his Latinos and Latinas around the world. And he said, and if you don't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn. I said, this man is kudos.
But you know what else makes it, even when you meet him, he's so nice and humble.
Yeah.
You guys, the MAGA people, you can take a lesson from his playbook. Because you can be powerful, influential, and successful and make a lot of money, but still be a nice person. The country's kind of gotten away from being nice.
Ugh, that's gone. And the guys did under Christianity, which is the worst part.
Praise God. All right, next.